being an island, in the land of language learning is a choice, especially in this day and age. There is no excuse not to learn a language. There is no more excuse not to pick up a language and speak it fluently, because gone are the days when we had to travel, far distance in order to learn a language. Now, all those barriers are no more. All those boundaries are dissolved as far as language learning is concerned. All right, guys, thank you for joining the party. We are going to start very soon. I'm sending some invitation to some other people. Hang in there. We are starting very, very soon. I see you, Medellin, Julio, Olga, I see you. Hussein, Alvaro, I see you. Welcome to the party. We are starting very soon. I'm sending some invitation to other people, and we will get the party started very soon. So just hang in there, okay? Thank you for joining the party. Olga, I'll pick you up very soon. I will pick you up to join me in the speaker session. Right now, I'm trying to send some invitation to some of my followers, and right after that, we will kick this party started. All right. Once again, I just wanna I just wanna say thank you. Thanks to all of you for joining the party. It's gonna be a wonderful party, I believe. And before we get the party started, there are some few things I want to say before we get the party started. So, Madeline, Julio, of course, Maria, Gamzat, Gabriel, and Liana, thank you for joining the speaker session. We're going to have a very interactive, very, insightful party today. And I believe your contribution is going to go a long way to assist this party and, of course, help the listeners as well. So, first of all, today we're going to talk about social strategies. We've been talking about strategies over the past week. Today we are talking about social strategies. We talk about memory strategies, how to use certain strategies to help you memorize vocabulary and expressions, as you embark on this language learning journey. Today we are talking about how to use social strategies so that you can have a very successful collaboration, language learning with other people. So, first of all, I'm not going to be the only person sharing strategies. I have some few strategies here I'm going to share with you, but also the speakers, it will be a wonderful moment for you to also share your strategies that help, you as you learn language with your partners. That will be very helpful. First of all, a quick introduction of who I am, and then we will get into it. My name is Isaac, and I'm a business English trainer, specifically, and I'm an author. Let me show you the book that I've written. I'll be taking most of the strategies from this book. Okay, so this is the book. I think if you can see it. By the way, I'll tell you what I'm talking about right now. So there's 3 specific ways to language fluency, right? Now, I'll be sharing most of, these strategies from this very book, and that we will get going. Now, by the way, I'm recording this audio I have a camera right now. I'm recording myself and also the audio. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want people to have the opportunity to what? To assess feedback, because you know how people do not have a system where they can know the mistakes they're making and correct themselves. So this system is to help you go back and listen to what their conversation and notify or identify your mistakes and correct them. So I'm recording this conversation, and after the conversation, you can see a video of me as I conduct this party, and you can listen to the conversation again and identify the mistakes you're making. So I want you to join me here in the speaker section so that you can express yourself, you can practice your English, speak, so you can go back and watch the video on my YouTube channel and identify your mistakes and correct them. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so now introduction. Let me start with, I'm starting with Madeline. So a quick introduction of yourself and tell us a little bit about your language learning journey. And after that, tell us what are some of the social strategies you use in learning language?
Ooh, that's a deep question, man. The thing is, I'm trying to recognize a few of the speakers or listeners, but I've been on Tandem a lot. But lately, I've been detoxing. So, hello, everybody. I'm back. So, yeah, languages. I love languages. The reason I downloaded this app was because I want to learn Korean and Turkish. Uh, Believe it or not, I didn't learn anything, okay? I just have fun. Even if you find a partner, you start to speak English with that partner. So the most of the time we take it outside to Telegram, and we are like a very big group. We have become a very, very close friends all over the world, and some of us have already met in real life. From Korea to US to Greece to Turkey, you name it. So for me, like when I meet people, I want to learn a language. I tell them all the time, like, talk to me with that language I want to learn. But it is like I'm trying, but they don't give me that because they start to speak English back. So I haven't found that tactic yet to learn more. The Turkish that I know, I learned from the TV. The Korean I learn from TV also. So not from my friends, not from Tandem. Sorry to say that. So I don't know. Maybe people can give me some advice.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I sometimes the advice I gave to my friends, if they want to learn Swedish, just watch Swedish series first with subtitle. After a while, take off the sub, and that is amazing way to learn a new language. I know 5 languages, and I love to learn more. So it's never too late. It's never too late to learn more.
Yeah, it's never too late. It's never too late to learn more. Thank you, Madeline. Thank you for that. Yeah, you haven't discovered that jam, that strategy that will help you to kind of, learn with other people. I hope today, by the end of this party, you would have, acquired some few strategies you can apply, along the way. Thank you so much. By the way, I'm going to be giving you 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, like 60 seconds, for the introduction and telling us about your language learning journey. So remember, 1 minute. So now I'm going to Julio. What's up, Julio?
Oh, hello. I'm from Mexico, and maybe you can tell me the name of the book because I didn't catch it. By the way, yeah, um, I learned through some magazines when I was a child, self-learning studies, and well, I the those magazines were designed to learn by yourself. So it's like a guidance for you to learn. I read like 50 kind of little magazines from Spanish to English. And yeah, after a while, I take some classes and so on. For English, I guess there is not too much problem, but I guess this app is designed to practice, not to learning. Because when you want to learn a language from scratch, you maybe use Duolingo or some more basic stuff, because you're not going to understand anything if you if you try to get into the conversation. Well, what is this, what is that, and you learn step by step, no? So this app is more like a practice app for you to, if you are intermediate or you want to practice some little pieces of your target language. Yeah, I think it's for that. Or from intermediate to advanced levels. Yeah, and that's the little introduction. And maybe I think we have not too much strategies, because maybe we learn by watching videos or practice just like apps like this. Yeah, I guess we have no strategy at all. Maybe, or maybe some people have. I don't know. But if we have a strategy, maybe that the strategy have to be applied by tactics. So I don't have one. Maybe that's important to have one. I don't know. Maybe take notes of the video and then searching for the information. And yeah, but in that part, and well, there are many things to say in just 1 minute, but yeah, in that part, and maybe you can tell us a little bit more.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Julio, for that contribution. We appreciate it. Now, I'm just gonna go quickly to Maria. What's up, Maria?
Hey, Zach. Hey, everybody. Well, about learning languages, I've been learning English since I was a kid, so I don't even remember how. I guess that's one of the best ways to start learning languages when you're a baby. You catch up everything faster. But now, like, I also speak French. However, in this application, I realized that I don't really know French to that level. And but I'm still trying to visit some parties to listen for people in more advanced level or native speakers. One of the strategies I would say that I apply sometimes is similarities in some languages. Well, especially Romani group like Spanish, Italian, French, Portuguese, even German partly, there are a lot of similar words. So when you talk with people, like we just had a conversation, a little party in another place. So we was like, there was people from Germany and France and wherever, Russian and English speaking people. So we start like just exchanging some words, and we figure out that there are so many similar words in each language. Even in the Russian one, we figure out there are some words in German that are similar and somehow make sense. So it helps to learn languages. Like I'm learning Spanish also now in Duolingo, and my French knowledge actually helps me to learn Spanish and understand the language better. So yeah, and of course, watching movies is great, but also I think it's very important to read, because when you read, and you can actually, well, you can start from the beginning books, but when you can really read the newspaper or the ordinary literature in the language, that's when, and understand at least 70% of it, that's what actually make you know the language better. And whatever goes through your eyes is actually help you to learn better than what goes through your ears. That's what I think. Thanks.
Great, great. What goes through your eyes helps you learn better than what goes through your ears, right? Thank you, Maria, for that advice. Now, Gamzat, it's your turn now. 1 minute.
Hello, thank you very much. My name is Gamzat and I am live in Dagestan. To saying truly, I don't know the perfect way to learn foreign language. For example, in Dagestan there are many 46 languages. Then the different languages in Dagestan, and international language is Russian. I think how they say, Maria, the easy way to learn foreign language it's in childhood, and it's good to speak with native who spoke, how to say in English. For example, we have several villages around us. They speak another language, but from childhood we hear this language, and I can understand them, and we can speak the another language. I don't say anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gamzat. Thank you for sharing that with us. You don't have yet, you don't have some strategies yet, but of course you made mention of what Maria said, and hopefully by the end of this party you would have picked up one of two strategies that you can use as you go through your journey. Okay, now Liana, I hope I mentioned the name correctly. If I didn't, excuse me for that. And a quick introduction of yourself, Liana. Share with us your language learning journey and few strategies, social strategies to be more specific, that you use to learn language.
Hello, Isaac. Hello, everyone. You pronounced my name correctly. And my learning journey is quite simple. I try to practice my English with you, like in Tandem. And I replaced music by parties. Like even when I'm going to work at the morning, I just listen like speakers at the parties. And my brain retains information like that. Like when I hear, I like, I need to hear to learn a language. Like this is specific to me. And another thing is like someone already said, Madeleine already said that watching serious movies with subtitles helps very much. I do it for like 8 years now.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Liana, for that. Was very profound. Now let me go to Natalia. What's up, Natalia? It's your turn. You have 1 minute. Introduction of yourself and share with us some of your strategies, would you?
Oh yeah, thank you for accepting, and I'm trying to be very, very fast as I can. It's a code. So it's studying my English isn't not simple way for me. It's not as simple as it sound. For instance, I studied. I studied. Oh my God, how many years? Like a teacher of English, and never ever used it for many years. Yeah, I was in the business and many years and just forgot completely. And it was some point when I come back to studying and start my teacher, first Canadian teacher, British teacher, so to teach how to learn once again. I can't say from the zero because you are just when you don't use English, you just forget it. Yeah, so it's like how to say now. It's like that was my comeback again and again. And what can I say? For instance, if you want to pick up English, you need to evaporate into this atmosphere. Yeah, movie, speaking or with native speakers for never. No, but you need to be inside, and to me, you need to be motivated. Whenever, what language you want, you need to do it. Yeah, so it's like soak up to all this atmosphere and language. This is my approach to this.
Thank you, thank you. You need to be with the people of the language, the native people, the native speakers. Yeah, thank you, Natalia, for that. Now I'm gonna go to Asil. I hope I got the name correct. Asil, right?
Oh, yes, I see.
Okay, great. So, introduction of yourself. 1 minute. Tell us about some of your strategies, social strategies you use.
Oh, actually, I'm learning English. I'm not learning it, I'm mastering it because I've been studying English since like the kindergarten, but they teach us English in the wrong way. So still I'm facing a huge problem in learning English, even though that I'm an English student in the university and I'm in my last semester. So I've been also majoring in English for 4 years, but still now I couldn't deal or speak English naturally or understand or get it in my brain naturally. So I know actually about the language strategies and linguistics in general because it is a part of my major, but still I can't apply any of them and master the English language.
Okay, thank you, Asil, for that. I appreciate the fact that you yourself, you are kind of, should I say, an expert on this topic. But however, you've not been able to apply that due to the fact that maybe the education system you went through or one or two reasons. But thank you for being here. You're going to be, supportive as far as this topic is concerned. All right. So, guys, thank you for all your contribution, Julio, Maria, Gemzat, Linia, Asil. I appreciate your contribution. You see, being an island, in the land of language learning is a choice, especially in this day and age. Now, there is no excuse not to learn a language. There is no more excuse not to pick up a language and speak it fluently because gone are the days when we had to travel, far distance in order to learn a language. Now, all those barriers are no more. All those boundaries are dissolved as far as language learning is concerned. We have, language in our palm and we can easily access it. However, if you don't know the right strategies to use, right, you will still feel like there are certain obstacles. Of course, there are, but it's not about location, it's not about distance, right? So today we're talking about social strategies, and I'm going to be sharing with you 3 major strategies that you can use in terms of how to communicate, how to practice with other people. So the first one is asking questions. It's very important, right? How to ask questions and even to know whether to ask questions or not. So when and how to ask questions is very important as far as practicing English with other people, right? Now the second one is collaborating with others as well. Okay, when you have a partner, right, and you collaborate with those partners or a community of language learners, that is also important. So that is another set of strategies, collaborating with others. Now the last one is empathizing with others. This is about empathy, right? This is all about understanding people and their behavior, trying to have an understanding of human behavior, like how people we think, how we feel, and how we behave. It all kind of weave into this tapestry of language learning, because when you understand people better, then you are able to ask the right questions. You are able to understand their body language and their expressions, and from there you're able to pick up some cues that will help you to improve your English as you have conversation with them. So when I say asking questions, what do you mean? I'm going to say the first strategy and then I'll go back again and give you the time to talk. When I say asking questions, the first thing that comes in mind is asking for what? Explanation and confirmation. So when you ask your partner on Tandem or any other language, platform, you ask for explanation or confirmation, especially when you are listening and you don't understand most of the things that a person is saying, basically because the person is a native speaker or is an advanced speaker, and as a result of that you're not able to have a comprehensive you know understanding of what the person is saying. So you ask for explanation. You can say, hey, what are you talking about? Like, can you explain what you're saying? Like, I don't understand this topic. Can you explain that? So the person would take his or her time to what? To explain that to your understanding, to your level. So that is one of it. Asking question for explanation or confirmation. Sometimes you hear somebody say something, but you are not sure whether what you heard is what the person said. So, in order to confirm what the person said, you ask the person to, did you mean this? Did you mean that? Right? These are some of the questions you can ask. Like, for example, could you speak more slowly? It's also one of the ways to ask a person to slow down their pace, so that you would understand what you're saying. So far this is the first strategy: asking questions and asking for explanation or asking for confirmation, right? So you can ask the person to slow down, you can ask the person to repeat or restate whatever they're saying, or you can ask your partner to explain. Thank you so much. Now let me go back to Maria. Maria, with regards to what I just said, what do you have to say about that?
Well, of course, when you don't understand something, it's normal to ask for explanation or well, ask to slow down and things like that. But I think all of us do that in certain way in some points. But sometimes like when you're constantly asking people to slow down or whatever, or always asking why, what can you explain, and this, like, the conversation not always like going forward with that. So some fun way can also be cool. Like, I mean, as I was saying previously, like when you listen for foreign language that you're trying to learn, you check for some similarities in your language or the other languages that you know, and that may also help, and that can also apply to another person, because it will be interesting for a native speaker to find out something new for themselves too. So that make it somehow like a game in certain way. So and I think people feel more comfortable in this kind of conversation than simply just being always asked like, oh, slow down, or explain me this or explain me that.
Thank you so much. Too much of everything is bad indeed. So it's all about knowing when to ask, and also making sure that you're not asking like questions frequently, because again it will impede the purpose of what the conversation, right? Just like Maria said, just know when and how to ask the question, but make sure you're not asking too much question, because it will kind of distorts the whole vibe and the purpose of the conversation. Thank you, Maria. Now let me go to Gamzat. Gamzat, what do you think about asking questions for explanation and asking questions for confirmation? What do you think about that?
Unfortunately, I think I haven't enough knowledge of English to continue this conversation, but the asking, how it was said before, when you ask many times, it's how to say. For example, for me, I had to prepare for this conversation. I have to learn some subjects. It will useful before beginning asking something, I think.
Okay, so before you speak with somebody, you will have like you prepare before the conversation. So based on your preparation, then you will ask, your partner some questions relating to whatever
Yeah,
it could be reading or whatever, right?
yeah, thank you. Yes, I wanted to say it.
Okay, great. That is great. That's great. Okay, Liana, what about you? What do you think about asking questions for explanation and also for confirmation?
I think that questions are a good thing when someone is explaining or teaching something or learning something. But in my sense, like in my opinion, it have to, like, the questions have to be understandable and I forgot the word, but like the conversation
Should be meaningful, right? Relevant.
relevant and what is the
Say in Russian. Say in Russian.
короткий вопрос.
Okay, the question's gotta be short.
Yeah, short and clear. So the conversation can be fluent. This is my opinion.
Wow, the question gotta be short and clear so that the conversation can be fluent. That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Liana. Abdul, what's up, Abdul? What do you think about asking questions for confirmation and explanation?
Hi, how are you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hello?
Hello, Abdul.
Do you hear me, guys? Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, could you repeat your question, please?
Yeah, so what do you think about asking questions for explanation and confirmation when you're having conversation with your partner, your language partner?
Yes, actually, I have been through this, when I had interviewed for a job, and some people, they have advance in their language. They use some words or some idioms that I don't know it, or I don't know it. And if I ask them to give me explanation for this word, or what did you mean about this thing, I don't know, they don't look at me like a professional, and no, I don't know how to explain it, but if the if you ask many times to explain every words that somebody talk about it, it will make the conversation short, and it will not continue.
All right, thank you, Abdul. Asil, what is your thoughts on asking questions?
Me myself, I don't like to ask many questions for clarifications, especially if we are talking in chat, because I'd like to search about the information myself and not ask about it. Maybe I will be really curious to ask about cultural terms and idioms, but not every single word.
Okay, thank you. Now let me go to Sandeep. What's up, man? Sandeep?
Yeah.
Okay, so the same question goes to you. What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, no, in this situation, my thought will be, when we ask and when we talk with someone who is a native speaker and who is fluent in English, so we should not hesitate to asking the question. If I am talking with you and you are a native speaker and I'm not a native speaker at all, so of English, so if I will not able to get your something, so I will ask you without hesitation. So just asking question, like it is so necessary to learn the things. If you be hesitate to asking the question, so you can't able to learn. So doesn't matter. People will, what with they think. We are here for learning. So we can ask the question, and if and also we can, if someone is speaking so fluent and fastly, you can say like, please speak slowly, and we are a learner, so we can able to understand the things. So it is a better way, to discussing or answering question, explanation or confirmation. We if I am doing something mistake, so the native speaker by the people who know more about that particular language can rectify it, or it is a better way where just making conversation or practicing it is a better way to improve English, but still need to be rectified or confirmation, which we if we are doing same mistake against and against, nobody is here for improving. So I think it will take a long time to be influent or to learn any particular language. So asking question, confirmation, that is a best thing to learn any languages,
Okay,
I
thank you,
think.
Sandeep. So Sandeep is saying we can go on and ask questions if we don't understand anything. But again, I think it's also more so about the purpose of the conversation. Are you having the conversation with your language partner for just for entertainment or just to learn, right? So if it is about learning, then I think you can ask as many questions as you can, right? But sometimes we just want to, we just want to chat or we just want to talk. We don't want to learn. If the purpose is to learn, then of course you can ask as many questions as possible. But again, you also have to take note that the fluency is important. So it should be short and clear, just like Liana said. All right, Arthur, what's up, Arthur?
Hello to everyone.
What is your thoughts on asking questions?
Okay, I didn't think much about it, but I think that without these two things, the conversation will be incomprehensible and even useless. But when we ask a lot of questions, our partner gonna be irritated by us because of so many questions. Sometimes are extra, really extra, and we shouldn't ask so many questions. We have to ask really these two questions. What we really need to know of our partner.
Thank you. Not too much questions, only those that need to be asked, only the relevant ones, and of course the meaningful ones. Thank you, Arthur. Natalia, what is your thought on asking questions and
Yeah, I'm good. So, how much I can put it? I would say that, if we start learning English, we have some aim. We should understand why do we do it. Yeah, so you must be motivated, and so if you are motivated, and okay, you must put into the practice. Without practice is nothing. Yeah, so if you start and just want to learn it on your own and just maybe studying on by book or something, you need to practice. And that's why I find that Tandem is amazing way to put it into the practice. So learn and do it here. And everybody there is friendly. Yeah, if somebody knows, just delete them, just skip them. Yeah, enjoy and put it into the practice. But the main way is learning and practice. No other way. I think nobody can create in our life. Just two ways to study English. Or language.
Okay, thank you, Natalia.